Be sure to like and subscribe to Sci-Fi Next Susk here on YouTube. That IT ain't much, but it's honest work. Humans survive wounds that already killed them. I confirmed it myself. I recorded the data twice. Then I deleted it. It violated 3 biological laws and 1 sacred assumption of our species. Dead tissue does not act. Dead minds do not decide. Yet the human did both. We found him during intake. Small, soft, inefficient. That was my first conclusion. It felt correct. Humans always look incomplete, like unfinished war forms. Too much exposed surface. Too many weak points. Not enough armor. I logged him as low threat. Category 2 at best. That was my second mistake. The training arena was sterile. White walls. Gravity fixed its standard. No variables. No mercy. 5 rounds. Each round escalates. Each round breaks something, body, mind, or both. The human stood still at the center. He did not scan exits. He did not adjust stance. He did not optimize breathing. He simply waited. I assumed paralysis. A fear response. I noted it with confidence. Round 1 began. A basic predator drone. Fast. Predictable. Designed to test reflex. It lunged. The human was slow. Too slow. The drone struck his side. Flesh opened. Red fluid spilled. He fell. I logged termination probability at 78%. Then he stood back up. Not efficiently. Not cleanly. But he stood. He pressed his own wound with one hand, like sealing a leak. That was incorrect behavior. Pain should disable. Blood loss should weaken. He moved forward instead. He grabbed the drone. Bare hands. They made no sense. The drone's surface temperature exceeded safe thresholds. Skin should blister instantly. Nerve signals should overload. He did not release. He pulled. The drone tore apart. I recalculated. Error margins widened. Round 1 complete. The human was already leaking. Round 2 began immediately. 2 drones this time. Coordinated. Adaptive. They circled him like logic dictates. Cut off angles. Limit escape. The human did not retreat. He stepped toward them. This was irrational. Engagement without advantage is failure. I noted a primitive aggression trait, common in low-tier species. 1 drone struck his leg. Structural damage confirmed. Bone integrity compromised. He fell again. I logged collapse. System failure imminent. He laughed. That was the first time I experienced uncertainty. Laughter signals victory, not loss. The context was wrong. The stimulus was wrong. The reaction impossible. He used a broken leg. He did not fix it. He did not protect it. He used it. He twisted his own limb into the drone's core mechanism. Forced contact. Forced friction. Forced destruction. The drone shattered. He was now less stable, less intact, less alive, and more dangerous. Round 2 complete. I updated classification to Class 5. Still wrong. Round 3 began without pause. Environmental shift. Darkness. Low oxygen. Psychological pressure. Humans require oxygen. That is established. Their brains fail quickly without it. Their thoughts slow. Their movements degrade. The arena drained the air. The human inhaled once. Twice. Then stopped. He did not panic. This confused me. Panic is expected. Panic increases survival attempts. Panic is useful. He chose stillness instead. The predators emerged from the dark. Silent. Efficient. Designed for low-oxygen hunting. They closed in. The human did not move. I concluded failure. Final. Then he disappeared. No, not disappeared. That is inaccurate. He waited until they were close enough to matter. Then he moved all at once. Explosive. Violent. Illogical. He used minimal oxygen. Minimal motion. Maximum impact. 1 predator lost its head. Another lost its center mass. The third hesitated. The human did not. Round 3 complete. Oxygen returned. He collapsed again. He should not have stood after that. He stood. Slowly. Shaking. Bleeding from multiple failures. I updated classification to Class 8. Still wrong. Round 4 began. Close quarters combat. No drones. No environment. Just another trainee. A Keth warrior. Elite. Hardened. Engineered for combat superiority. I trusted the outcome. Finally, a stable variable. The Keth charged. The human did not. Again, I assumed fear. Again, the Keth struck first. Clean. Precise. It broke the human's arm instantly. The human did not scream. This was new. Pain without response. Damage without hesitation. It disrupted my predictions. The Keth pressed advantage. Multiple strikes. Efficient dismantling. The human absorbed them. That is the only word I have. Absorbed. Then the human did something I could not categorize. He stepped into the next strike. Not away. Into. He allowed the impact. Redirected it. Closed distance. That was wrong. That was all wrong. The Keth lost leverage. The human used his broken arm like a hook. Like a tool. Like it was never meant to be intact in the first place. The Keth fell. The human did not finish him. This confused me more than anything. Predators eliminate threats. That is law. He stepped back instead. He breathed. Slow. Controlled. Almost calm. I updated classification to Class 10. Still wrong. Round 5 began. Final escalation. No rules. No safety limits. No expectation of survival. The arena shifted again. Terrain unstable. Gravity fluctuating. Multiple threats released simultaneously. This is where trainees fail. This is where they break. The human smiled. That was when I first felt fear. Not for him. For the system. For the rules. For everything I thought I understood. He should not have had anything left. His body was compromised beyond acceptable function. His blood loss exceeded safe thresholds. His structural integrity was questionable. Yet he stepped forward. Again. Always forward. I recorded everything. Every movement. Every impossible choice. Because something was forming. A pattern. Not strength. Not speed. Not intelligence. Something worse. Something I could not name yet. And I realized we had not been testing the human. The human had been testing us. The human does not stop when he should. That was my final, incorrect conclusion. Round 5 did not behave like the others. It expanded. The arena stretched beyond its limits. Gravity fractured into pulses. Terrain rose and collapsed like a living thing. Multiple threats deployed at once. Drones, predators, environmental hazards, and automated turrets. This was not a test. This was a purge. The human stepped into it. Slow. Unbalanced. Bleeding from everywhere that mattered. His arm hung wrong. His leg dragged. His breathing was shallow, inefficient, failing. I logged his remaining operational time at under 2 minutes. I was wrong again. The first turret fired. The human did not dodge. He leaned. A fractional shift. The projectile grazed his side, removing more flesh. He did not react. He kept moving. Pain should dominate behavior. Pain should control decisions. It did not. A predator lunged from the shifting ground. The human did not turn fully. He did not need to. He struck blindly behind him. Impact. The predator fell. How'd he know? I searched for sensory explanation. None matched. His visual focus was elsewhere. His auditory field was compromised by the arena noise. His balance was unstable. Yet he knew. Another pattern formed. Not reaction. Expectation. He was not responding to threats. He was predicting inevitabilities. That concept should not apply to a species this fragile. 2 drones attacked from opposite vectors. Perfect synchronization. No gap. The human moved into the gap that did not exist. Timing impossible. Geometry violated. He collided with both at once. Used their momentum against each other. Both units destroyed. He fell with them. He did not rise immediately. I logged termination. Again and again I was wrong. He rolled. Slow. Inefficient. Then forced himself up using debris, not strength. He was running out. Finally, this aligned with logic. The arena intensified. Gravity spiked. His damaged leg failed completely. He collapsed to one side, bones no longer supporting structure. He should not move now. He moved. Not forward this time. Backward. That was new. Retreat is survival behavior. At last, something predictable. I marked it as confirmation of baseline instinct. But his eyes, they were not searching for escape. They were measuring, calculating something I could not see. The ground beneath him destabilized. A collapse zone forming. A trap designed to eliminate anything within its radius. He stayed inside it. That was wrong. That was entirely wrong. He pulled one of the destroyed drones closer, used his remaining arm. Slow, struggling, almost failing. Why? The collapse accelerated. The system locked the zone. No exit. Even I knew the outcome now. Termination unavoidable. The human looked up, directly at the observation barrier. At me. That should not be possible. The barrier is one way, opaque from his side. Yet his gaze aligned with my position. I experienced something unfamiliar. Recognition. He smiled again. Then the world dropped. The entire section of arena collapsed into the void layer below. Gravity inverted. Debris, machines, predators all dragged downward, including the human. I ended recording. There was nothing left to observe. Round 5 complete. Subject terminated. I finalized the report. Class 10 threat, maximum. Exceptional resilience. Unpredictable behavior. Recommend containment protocols for future encounters. I sent it. Then the system returned an error. Round 5 incomplete. That was impossible. No organism survives a void collapse. Matter disintegrates under that pressure gradient. Even Keth armor fails. I accessed the raw feed again. Static. Corrupted data. Fragments only. Then movement. Something was climbing. No, that word is insufficient. It was forcing itself upward against a direction that forbids resistance. The human. Pieces of him. Less than before. Much less. One arm functional. The other gone. One leg useless. The other barely responding. Skin torn. Structure failing. He should not have mass cohesion. He should not have consciousness. He should not have anything. Yet he moved. Up. Not away from danger. Toward it. I cannot process it. There was nothing left to preserve. No advantage to gain. No opponent to defeat. No reason. That was when I understood my final mistake. Humans do not require reason to continue. He reached the edge of the collapse. His remaining hand gripped the surface. Friction alone should not hold. It held. He pulled. Slow. Impossible. Each movement smaller than the last. But each movement existed. The system deployed the final measure. Eradication beam. Direct. Absolute. No survival recorded. It fired. The human disappeared in light. Silence followed. The arena stabilized. No movement. No signal. I waited. I do not know why. There was nothing left. Then, a hand. Burned. Barely intact. Fingers reduced to shapes, not structures. It gripped the edge again. Pulled. Again. And again. Until the human dragged himself back onto the arena floor. He did not stand. He did not fight. He did not even look at the remaining threats. He simply breathed. Each breath a failure. Each breath continuing anyway. The system ended the round. Not because the human won, but because it could not continue. No parameters remained. No escalation left. Only one result. Unresolved. I updated the classification. Not class 12. There is no class for this. We measure threat by capability. We were wrong. Humans are not dangerous because of what they can do. They are dangerous because of what they refuse to stop doing. I began to understand the first statement I recorded. Humans survive wounds that already killed them. That was incomplete. I corrected it. Humans do not survive death. They continue through it.